Yo guys, what is up? It's Light Snowpup, and today I'm gonna be doing an in-depth review of Genshin Impact. It's a game that just released yesterday, and I've clocked in about 10 hours so far playing it, and I'm just gonna rate it. And let's go through the list. So first, when rating a game, you should really consider the interface, how well it flows, how easy it is to use, and honestly, Genshin Impact executes this pretty much perfectly. Some of the menus, however, I will say are a bit confusing to get through because there's so many hotkeys. But you don't even need the hotkeys. You can literally just press escape and everything's there in a drop of a hat. Additionally, the movement controls are just so fluent. There's no issues changing characters. The controls are really thought out. It's really solid. And honestly, I don't think there's much they could do to improve the controls with what they're working with. It's absolutely amazing. Next, we're gonna cover, well, I should really say what I would rate the interface. I would rate the interface like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Because, like I said, there are those minor improvements. But remember, the game has just released, so they might update it in the next week or so. Next is the gameplay. Honestly, I don't think the gameplay is lacking really everywhere. They've thought out every aspect of the game. No matter where you go, there's something to fight, there's something to find, there's a secret chest you can find, there's ore you can harvest, there's flowers you can harvest. There's shrines you can find, there's waypoints you can find, there's people you can talk to. There's mountains you can climb. There's pretty much everything. There are also goals, obviously. So you have your story, and the story, I just want to say, is interesting. I wouldn't rate it as the top story of all time, but for a free-to-play game and what it is, I would definitely put it way up there. The story is absolutely amazing. The targeting system, it also feels good. Sometimes it feels a bit off, which also comes under gameplay, which is unfortunate. Like, sometimes I'll be trying to attack one target, but I'll lock onto another. But that happens with most games. It's just, you can't fix it at a certain point. You would really need full depth virtual reality. So I'm not going to take off any points for that. And the game constantly keeps me thinking and guessing about, like, what's going to happen. What am I gonna find is really interesting. It doesn't bore me at all. And the last gameplay factor, does it introduce a new experience? And I've just gotta say, it definitely does. It is pretty much the next Zelda, Breath of the Wild, but the graphics, I would say the graphics are way better. And honestly, it never feels boring. It always feels like there's something to do. In Zelda, Breath of the Wild, sometimes when I'll go around, it felt a bit lackluster, but Genshin, it just always had something to do. So, total for gameplay, I'm honestly gonna rate it like 5 stars, because, so 5 stars out of 5 stars, because it just feels vibrant, clear, there's nothing clearly wrong. They've thought of every element they can. The next point to consider is lack of game killers. I feel like you do die, and there is, I play the game pretty tactically, so I would say that there are game killers, and also it does get tougher as you go through from my understanding, and you can progress your world, I believe, to make it harder. I haven't gone to that stage yet, but I believe it can progress. So I would not say there's a lack of game killers, especially since it's a PvE. There are definitely times when I felt like I'm gonna die, and I haven't, or I have. Completely. It definitely has game killers, so I would also rate that like 5 out of 5 stars. Well, actually I would rate it 4 out of 5 stars because I feel like there could be a difficulty meter they could implement, but like you can't really complain. So I'm gonna rate it 4.5 out of 5 stars again, because it has the game killers. It's just, I think they need to adjust for some players have more skill than others. Now for the next is sound quality. This is just straight up gonna be 5 stars. The music is absolutely gorgeous. Every sound effect is thought out. I went into the cathedral and it sounded like I was in a goddamn cathedral. The weapons, the sound effects are all matched. I haven't noticed any sound effects that feel off, and the music also feels absolutely amazing. So that's just going to be a clear 5 out of 5 stars. Now the pacing. The pacing of the game, what I do want to say is sometimes, especially for the main story, it feels a bit slow and off. Like, it has a story, it's a good story, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it just feels like getting to the story quests take a bit longer, but that just might be me. But either way, like I said, there's always something to do. There's intros, there's cinematics. The cinematics are amazing. The loading screens are a bit bland, so if you have a long loading screen for some reason, that is gonna affect your gameplay, I would say, because there's nothing really interesting there. It's just some symbols, as you guys will see in the background gameplay. But overall, I would rate the pacing 4 out of 5 stars. And now for the RPG elements. So the RPG elements, you can customize pretty much everything. The only thing that I think is the major issue is you can't customize your character much with their clothing or whatnot. But I feel like they've supplemented that with being able to play different characters. While some you do have to purchase through the store through a gacha system. If you guys don't know what a gacha system is, just you can go find it in a quick Google or let me know in the comments and I will reply. But I feel like the RPG element is solid. So I'm also going to give that 5 out of 5 stars. And the next point is replayability. Honestly, I feel like I could play this game over and over again and I wouldn't get bored. Like, I could completely restart my game, even though I started yesterday, and I would still be finding new stuff. I feel like each time you go through, you're gonna find more stuff. You're gonna remember this from last time you played it. Like, the replayability is there, and I would definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars. And lastly, the graphics. Do I even need to comment from the gameplay you guys have seen so far? The graphics is absolutely gorgeous. They're jaw-dropping. The environment is just absolutely amazing. So in total, this game, I would say, is a masterpiece. Even compared to Zelda Breath of the Wild, I would say it's better than Zelda Breath of the Wild. I would call it an absolute masterpiece. From all those points, we've only lost 2 stars, I believe, if I've done the math right. So that's 2 stars we've lost out of how many? 5, 10, 15... 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's 38 out of 40 stars. So that's like a solid 95% rating or something. Anyways, if you guys haven't, I highly recommend picking up this game. It's completely free. It's on mobile, it's on PC, it's on PS4. Mobile and PC are cross-platform. PS4 isn't, so keep that in mind if you plan on playing it on the go or whatever. I recommend just playing on mobile or PC. But mobile, the graphics are a bit worse, but they're still jaw-dropping. They're still amazing for a mobile game. They're absolutely amazing. Besides that, I will be streaming this a lot on Twitch. So if you're interested, make sure to check out my Twitch. It will be down below in the description. And if you guys have any questions at all, I'm going to be smashing this game on stream. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may be confused with in the game or missions, and if you need help, I'll be happy to reply and tell you all about what you want to know. I also might do 100% gameplay playthrough for you guys. But anyways, as I said, this is a masterpiece. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay, and until next time, bye!